Hey there, YouTubers and vacuum lovers. This is Salvador Los Angeles with my review of the Ryobi Compact Cordless Stick Vac, part of the 18-volt ONE Plus system by Ryobi. And what that means is the ONE Plus system allows you to just swap the battery all over the place across a number of tools made by Ryobi. Yeah, it says right here, any ONE Plus tool works with any ONE Plus battery. There's a number of tools. I think there's like over 200 tools made by Ryobi where you can swap the battery in and out. Really, shouldn't we be able to do that with our cell phones by now? Make sure you notice that it says tool only. So when you buy this, it does not come with the battery. You have to buy the battery separate. This is the retail box that this model comes in, and we're looking at model P724B. Not to be confused with the predecessor, which was model P718K, which was the older version of this here. So this is the newest or newer model by Ryobi. I like vacuuming. Brushless motor. I learned about brushless motors as a result of getting the Ryobi. I never knew about that, but it's a sort of a technology related to motors and how they're manufactured. Brushless motor is better than a brush motor, which is the old-fashioned technology. As far as sound, you're going to get sort of a higher pitched sound from a brushless motor. So it's not going to sound like a traditional vacuum cleaner in that regard. I first got into Ryobi when I discovered their leaf blower. Now I hate leaf blowers. So why did I get a leaf blower? Because guys leaf blow their dirt all over my car. So I wanted a leaf blower to leaf blow the dirt that was brought on by leaf blowers. You can go battery, you can stick the battery in there, or you can stick an extension cord in there. I think that's so fantastic to have that option. Because when it comes to batteries, once the battery's out, the battery's out. So being able to stick an extension cord in there and get some power plugged into the wall, so fantastic. See this on-off switch? You wouldn't really accidentally hit that, and that's gonna be relevant later. Okay, this is my original battery. This is part number P102. And this is, I believe, a 1 amp per hour or 1.5 amps per hour. So this is going to be essentially a small battery, okay? So the smaller the battery, it's not going to last as long or give you as much power. The one that I bought from a reseller on eBay, so I did not get this from Ryobi or Home Depot. I got this from an independent seller on eBay. I bought it used. This is a 4AH, I believe stands for amps per hour. So this is a Ryobi lithium 18-volt 4 amps per hour battery. And this is part number P197. You can see the size difference there. And I think these batteries go up to like 9. I could have sworn I saw like a 9 amps per hour battery. But keep in mind that the larger the battery, it's going to make your tool heavier. So in this instance, if you're running a vacuum, it's going to be lighter with this battery, it's going to be heavier with this battery, and if you go bigger, it's going to be even heavier. So just keep that in mind. With this battery in particular, the 4AH, I'm able to get about 35 to 40 minutes of runtime out of the Ryobi stick vacuum. For my one-bedroom apartment, that's it's so perfect that I literally, right when I'm done, the battery's over. So it's like, it goes right in there. But if I want to go further, if I wanted to, be more extensive, get the couch, I wanted to get, do the curtains, whatever, I'm going to need another battery. You're just going to keep swapping batteries, and it may be a little annoying, but maybe worth it when you consider you are now cordless. And being cordless on a vacuum, this is my first experience with a cordless vacuum, upright style vacuum. It's next level. It's another world, being able to just be completely free. No cord. I'm telling you, there's almost no going back for me. I don't know if I can go back to a corded vac after the Ryobi compact cordless stick vac. Now, I'm not going to get into this much because I'm not using it, but this is a way to attach it to the wall. So your Ryobi essentially hangs on the wall, and then you plug it in and it remains charged. So you leave the battery in, you hang it up, and it is always in a state of charging, which is cool. So unfortunately, I didn't have any extra wall space to hang it up. So I'm not using this portion, the wall hanger and then the charger. And here are really the only 2 attachments officially, or accessories. What would you call these? Because I don't know if you call this, would you call this an attachment? We'll get to that in a second. It comes with a crevice tool, and it comes with a brush. And the brush has mobility, articulation, as you may want to call it. So you can move it about, depending on what you're reaching for. So these are the 2 items that it comes with. Then we have this. I don't know what you would call this. Hose? Stick? I guess this is the stick. And then, of course, we have the rotating brush. Now, don't confuse the brush of this vacuum with the brushless motor. Brushless motor is something different. It doesn't have anything to do with the brush here at all. There's no belt on this, which is good because you know what? If you get stuck on something in the past, a belt's gonna break. That doesn't happen here. So I got caught on a few things, got caught on a rug a couple of times, got caught on the edge of a bedspread a couple times. And you know what? It stops, it catches, turn it off, you know, get it out of there, and it works. So never in my life have I dealt with that. So that this is new for me. This is new territory because you have the ability to basically do things that would have busted your belt in the past, and now it doesn't. Boom. So that goes in there, and then you will stick this next part. Okay, this is gonna be the official vacuum. Look into my eye. And here it is. It's very tiny. I mean, this is reminiscent of the old Dustbusters. Remember Dustbuster? Ryobi. Sounds Japanese. Don't know if it is. So here it is with the smaller battery, and then here it is with the larger battery. Of course, keep it in mind, it's gonna get heavier with the larger battery. But I found, I mean, I can't drop down now. I can't go below this now. You know, this item, P197, the 4AH, that's it. That's my minimum standard now with this. In fact, this battery I now use on the leaf blower. Okay, seriously. And there's some switches here. You can turn off the brush, so when you're vacuuming, you can turn off the roller. You can then go up in speed. There's like I think it's either low, medium, high speed, or just medium and high. There's a light indicator that tells you when the battery is wearing out, and then when it's just done. And again, for the 4AH with this vacuum, going to be about 35 to 40 minutes of solid runtime I've experienced. This is a bagless vacuum, so there's no bag. So you can see all the junk, which is next level. Being able to see all your stuff that you vacuum up. Sort of a double filter. It has like the main filter here, but then there's sort of a screen in front of that. Now I believe that you can take that all out. I haven't done that yet, but I believe that you can take that all out and clean that all up. To remove the canister, which contains all the dirt, you press here, and then this comes off. So separates from that, which is cool. And then you just open it up here. This opens up, and then you can dump out all your dirt. If you commit a crime, they're gonna look in there. The only thing I'm not crazy about, really, is this trigger. This trigger, real easy to trigger. This is the on-off, 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 on-off. These are the other buttons to change the brush and to change the speed. So if you're using it, it's gonna be very easy to hit that trigger. I think they just should have put an extra button on-off on the top. And because this does, I mean, you have to be able to hold it like this, so you're not on the trigger there. Because as soon as you go on the trigger, see that? It's just real easy to turn on and off. The trigger does kind of make you feel kind of badass though. As far as the attachments, here's where it gets a little disappointing for me. So let's say you want to use just the crevice tool by itself. It doesn't really stay in there too well. It's kind of lame actually. Same thing for this. It's just, they don't really stay in there. Now they feel a little more snug when they're in this stick. Because see, now I have the stick attachment. It's a little more snug, but still. I think a lot of the vacuum's power is actually hidden in the brushes. When I just vacuum using this by itself, without these brushes, like you would on a standard upright, it just doesn't have as much power. I almost feel like a lot of the power of the vacuum is because of the rotating brushes, the spinning bristles. Without the spinning bristles, when you just go to the attachment, the brush or the crevice tool, I don't think it's that powerful, honestly. What I do is if I'm gonna vacuum, like let's say a top of a box or something, anything where I could just get this on top of it, I'm gonna use this. I will always try to use this when I can. When I use this vacuum as an upright, I love it. Again, being cordless, being able to see all the junk, that's kind of satisfying. What kind of life do I have that I'm excited about a vacuum? Ryobi!